going to have the first track event. I can tell you there's a bit of noise in the hammer there as well. We'll come back to that, I trust, shortly. But we are now starting with the track with the women's 100 meters. And we have semi-finals, 3 of them in this event. And the first chance to see the top sprinters in Europe in action after we had the qualifying competitions this morning. And there is Dina Asher-Smith, the fastest in the field this year, of her British record in Oslo at 10.92. She goes in lane 3. We have Phil Healy of Ireland, the Irish record holder, in lane 1. Set records this year at both 100 meters and 200 meters. And she's a redoubtable 400 meter runner as well. Phil Healy of Ireland, 4th in the European Juniors 5 years ago. And now with a chance to make her first senior championship final at major level. Anna Bongiorni of Italy, former World University Games bronze medalist at 200 meters. Slowest in the field, though, over the personal best at 11:39. Dina Asher-Smith is doubling in these championships. She's mostly concentrated on the 200 major events before, but having finished her studies, is now ready to take on both. World Junior Champion 4 years ago, and the British record holder. Fastest in this field, with relay, gold and silver at Commonwealth and world level. 3rd in the French Championships, Orphée Neola, who's improved this year to 11:15, fast up and coming. And then there'll be a roar here for the top German sprinter of the moment, Gina Lückenkemper. Again, probably concentrated more on 200, but is showing excellent form, and she has broken 11 seconds. The other one in the field to have done so, like Dina Asher-Smith. She has a personal best of 10.95, 21-year-old Lückenkemper. This is Kristina Timanovskaya of Belarus. Again, a big improvement recently to 11.09. Naomi Sedney of the Netherlands, who was a gold medalist in the relay 2 years ago in Amsterdam. And the Dutch did so well there to take the gold in front of their home supporters. Sedney with a best of 11.24. And the field competed by one of the very promising young Swiss athletes. This is Adja Del Ponte, who's improved this year to 11.21. You see the #1 Swiss athlete, Mambunji, in the next heat. Del Ponte, 4th in their championships, but certainly is a major international talent. Asher-Smith here in lane 3 in this first semi-final of the women's 100 meters. Healy, Bongiorni, Asher-Smith, Neola, Lückenkemper, Timanovskaya, Sedney and Del Ponte as they settle into their blocks. The crowd know a lot about athletics. Hushed. Well, Asher-Smith certainly well into her running. Lückenkemper left quite a long way behind, who is beginning to come through now fast. So Asher-Smith it is holding on to the line. Lückenkemper finishing fast, and then there's a big gap back to, I think it was Neola of France who took 3rd place. And 10.93 for Asher-Smith. Well, the British record earlier this year was 10.92. She's in top shape, no question about that. Negligible wind at 0.2 meters per second. I think Lückenkemper also, yes, 10.98, also under 11 seconds.
Well, that's really made a statement by Dina Asher-Smith. We know she's been in terrific form, as Peter was saying, 10.92 earlier this year, a British record, and really she had a great start and never relinquished that lead. She poured it on over the second half of the race. Gina Lückenkemper did fantastically well to chase her down, but couldn't quite get onto an equal footing, but both women under 10 seconds. This is already hotting up to be a great women's 100 meter final later on this evening, and we've still got 2 semi-finals to go.
And I think this is only the second time that Lückenkemper has gone sub-11. She went sub-11 at the London World Championships in the heats and hasn't gone sub-11 since. So this is a great confirmation that she is in the right shape here on home soil.
Well clear of Neola of France, who, as I said, took third place in 11:33. Result of the first semi-final of the 100 metres, Dina Asher-Smith winning in 10:93 from Gina Lukenkemper, 10:98 to her credit, and then a long way back to 11:33 for Neola. We have, of course, the conditions of the first two going through and then two on times. Neola might struggle with that.
So now we get ready for the second race. Just saw a quick glimpse there of Majinga Kambundji, the second fastest woman in Europe this year. This is Ina Eftimova of Bulgaria, Balkan champion in both 100 metres and 200 metres this year. The number 3 Dutch runner, Madaji van Hunestein. And here's Kambundji, the eldest of 4 very good Swiss sprinters. Just wondering whether we're going to see a Swiss team one day comprised of the Kambundji sisters. Alongside Tatiana Pinto, 8th in Europe this year. Third leg for the victorious German team in the 2012 4x100 metres. France's Orlan Ombisa de Zangue made a big improvement this year. Almost 0.3 of a second improvement. Daryl Nita of Great Britain struggled a little bit in this yesterday's qualifying, only 11:48, but you've already seen this as a fast track. The Italian champion Irene Siragusa, he's in lane 7. And on the outside in lane 8, Eva Svoboda, the 2017 European Under-23 champion on home soil in Bydgoszcz, just 21 years of age. Svoboda, the youngest in this second semi-final. There's 2 to go through, and then 2 fastest non-automatic qualifiers to the final later on this evening. So from the inside, Eftimova, Van Hunestein, Kambundji, Pinto, Ombisa Zangue, Nita, Siragusa and Svoboda. Germans will be willing Tatiana Pinto through. It's a bit of a tall order for Pinto to accompany Gina Lukenkemper. Well, not the best of starts from Kambundji. Indeed, it's the Frenchwoman in lane 5 who's out the quickest. Now Kambundji coming through very quickly indeed and really going through the gears. So it's Kambundji winning. Ombisa Zangue in second place. Those are the 2 automatic qualifiers. Not as quick as the first heat. 11:14 for Kambundji, 11:20 for Ombisa Zangue. Tatiana Pinto, well, she's the fastest non-automatic qualifier at the moment, and Daryl Nita also faster than the women who finished in 3rd and 4th in that first heat.
And there we can see, as you said, Kambundji not quite getting out as fast as she could, given that she has won a world indoor medal over 60 meters, and Pinto really not quite being able to keep up with it. I'm quite impressed with the French athlete Orlan Ombisa Zangue, 27 years of age, came 2nd in the French championships this year, but looking pretty strong there and had a great start. Kambundji, of course, has raced a lot this season, indoors and out, compared to some of the other runners here, and she's really embraced the full Diamond League circuit, has competed against some of the best, and it's showing.
Confirmation of the results from the second semi-final. Kambundji of Switzerland winning in 11:14. Ombisa Zangue 11:20 for France in second place.
As we move on to the 3rd semi-final of the night, which includes in lane 3 the defending European champion Daphne Schippers. And Daphne hasn't had the best of seasons so far and will be looking to improve on what she's produced so far. But let's look at the lineup there. In lane 1 from Portugal, Lorena Dorcas Basolo. 35 years of age, qualified with 11:51, and here is the girl who was very excited with her performance last night. Lisa Marie Coyer, just 21 years of age, and she's a local girl, she's from Berlin, so this means a lot to her. Here is the woman to beat, Daphne Schippers, defending European champion, twice the world champion at 200 meters, and has won medals across 3 world championships in her career so far. In lane 4, French champion in both the 100 meters and the 200 meters, Carol Zahi. In lane 5, we have Great Britain's Imani Lara Lancico, the European under-20 champion in the relay, came 4th in the UK Championships. And here is the lead-off winning Dutch sprint relay team woman, Jamil Samuel. Had a great season so far. In lane 7, we have Salome Cora of Switzerland, another fast Swiss woman. And on the outside lane, we are moving to a very fast starter normally, is in Okagbari from Norway, qualified with 11:44 in that earlier heat yesterday. And here we can see the runners who are currently in spots to go through based on time. Pinto and Daryl Nita there shown earlier. And just quickly going through the lineup again. Basolo, Kwaye, Schippers, Zahi, Lancico, Samuel, Cora and Okparebo here in this final semi-final. Fastest to go through, and then the 2 fastest qualifiers from all 3 semi-finals. And it looks like Samuel there in lane 6 gets a good start, and then the French woman on the inside, and now Daphne Schippers' 200 meter strength is showing as she comes through over the last few meters. Didn't get the best of starts there, the defending champion.
No, she showed her typical last 20-30 meters speed though, didn't she? She really came away from the field. Her time has been recorded 11:05, so that's not so far off the season's best. And Samuel excelling with a personal best of 11:14. Lancicote in third, 11:14. That will take her to the final. And Carol Zahi, who in fact started brilliantly, also will go through. So the next fastest times coming in third and fourth here. So those two, I'm afraid, have to face up to disappointment. They've just missed out.
And this is actually an interesting thing that they're doing here. They're keeping the fastest time qualifiers there waiting, so we actually know who they are. The crowd can see them and we can see their reactions. And of course it is heartbreaking if you find out that you have been pushed out.
And the big screen is now showing the first 6 there, so it's there for all to see. Lancicote 11:14 is through. Zahi 11:16.
There we have a replay of that race, and really Zahi of France got out like a train, but coming through strongly there. Daphne Schippers, as we used, and her fellow Dutch woman Jamil Samuel.
1 point about those semi-finals. 5 nations had competitors in all 3 of the semi-finals: France, Germany, Great Britain, Netherlands and Switzerland. Those are probably going to be the medal contenders in the 4x100 metres relays. So there's an opportunity of redemption for both Pinto and Nita.
Well, there's the confirmation of that result. Those cues and little cues indicating they're going through to the final. I think Asher Smith and Lucan Kemper looked the most impressive in the first of those semi-finals. The skipper's, of course, showing her speed in the finish. In fact, that is the summary of the women's 100 metres.
Und wir schauen kurz auf das 100m Ausbau der Führung für Wojciech Nowicki auf 80,12 m.